Just one I saw this morning.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. One more time. What is this? Good afternoon. Thank you. I appreciate that. We want to welcome you to this press conference, and I want to introduce Larry Richmond, who's CEO of the private bank, who has a very important announcement to share with all of us.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
As Tony said, I'm Larry Richmond. I'm President and CEO of the Private Bank. We're about a $15 billion bank, headquartered here in Chicago, and very, very committed to Chicago and Cook County. I want to thank Cook County Board President Toni Preckwinkle and Cook County Board Commissioner Bridget Gaynor for being part of this announcement today. The Private Bank is pleased to make a multi-year commitment of $10 million in financing for rehab and purchase of properties under the control of the Cook County Land Bank. Promoting and enhancing the stability of our communities is a critical part of the Private Bank's mission. Since our beginning, we have supported economic stabilization through community development, lending, investments in affordable housing, and promoting strong communities through affordable home ownership. An important component of strong neighborhoods is quality of affordable housing. And that is what the partnership with the Cook County Land Bank is all about. There are many good programs out there that aim to help qualified buyers purchase homes. But I believe this truly is an innovative program that fills many needs. It provides financing for rehab of these distressed properties. It provides approved contractors to complete the rehab. It works with nonprofit organizations to give the prospective buyers the support they need for this important step. And it provides access to the private bank's affordable mortgage product for prospective buyers. This special mortgage has low down payment, does not require private mortgage insurance, and offers attractive rates to qualified buyers. We also have the Private Bank Closing Cost Assistance Program, which provides $2,500 to qualified buyers to be applied towards their closing costs. Down payment and other assistance programs may also be available. This is about doing what's right for Chicago and for Cook County. Studies show that neighborhoods with higher rates of home ownership are more stable, have better educational opportunities, better job creation, and give families a more attractive place to build for the future. This partnership with the Land Bank is about creating these kinds of neighborhoods one house at a time, giving more hardworking citizens in Chicago and also Cook County the chance to realize their dreams of home ownership. We are proud to be part of the efforts, and we are excited about this opportunity to make a difference in the communities that were so hard hit by financial crisis. It is my pleasure, my honor, to introduce Cook County Board President Toni Preckwinkle. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. For the second time. All right. I am going to ask the people who are up here with us to introduce themselves, because I can't remember everybody's name. My two colleagues, Alderman Beal and Alderman Sawyer. There we go. Alderman Beal and Alderman Sawyer, of course, I know. But I'm going to ask everyone else. Larry's already introduced himself. I'm going to ask everybody else to go around so that you can see the breadth of support we have for this initiative.
Herman Brewer, I'm the Bureau Chief for Economic Development for Cook County, as well as a Land Bank Board.
Craig Huffman, co-founder of a real estate private equity shop focused on low-to-mod areas and co-chair of the city's task force on affordable housing.
Rafael Leon, Executive Director of the Chicago Metropolitan Housing Development Corporation.
Lawrence Grisham, Managing Deputy Commissioner, Chicago Department of Planning and Development, and a board member of the Chicago Cook County Land Bank.
Beck Elmer, Mayor of the City of Prospect Heights, and a member of the Cook County Land Bank Authority.
Jim Planey with Lead Associates and a member of the Cook County Land Bank Board. Jesus Garcia, County Commissioner for the 7th District, Chairman of the Real Estate Committee.
And we're grateful that Commissioner joined us along with Commissioner Gaynor. Yes.
Anthony Beal, Alderman of the 9th Ward.
I'm Bridget Gaynor. I'm a Commissioner and the Chairman of the Land Bank Board.
Peter Friedman, I'm a partner at Townsend Knight and a member of the Land Bank Board.
Sarah Ware, I am a broker at Railroad Group and a member of the Cook County Land Bank Director.
Jamil Taylor, founder of Alpine Capital Realty Group. We invest in little moderate neighborhoods and hopefully bring back neighborhoods to life. Roderick Sawyer, Alderman 6th Ward.
Mary Sue Barrett, President of the Metropolitan Planning Council and co-chair of the advisory board that preceded the creation of the Cook County Land Bank.
And I'm Lemuel Richardson, a member of the Cook County Land Bank Board.
Thank you all for joining us. I appreciate it. It's always great to see the business community, in this case private bank, step up and reinforce the commitment we all share to supporting our local housing economy. For many prospective homeowners, financing is the one hurdle that is often insurmountable. This innovative new countywide program directly addresses the difficulties that many people experience when trying to find financing for homes that need extensive rehab because they are vacant and abandoned, particularly in distressed communities. By removing challenges faced by communities when tackling abandonment and vacancy, we can help revitalize our neighborhoods. Experts estimate that Cook County has anywhere from 45,000 to 55,000 abandoned buildings. 18 months ago, we created the Cook County Land Bank Authority to respond to the challenge by returning the growing inventory of vacant and abandoned buildings back to being productive community assets. The land bank is now the largest geographic land bank in the country. The passage of the Cook County Land Bank ordinance was the culmination of more than 3 years of work, research, and outreach to communities around the county, and the county that had around the county and the country, because our work was not limited to what was going on in other places in Illinois, but best practices across the country. More than 100 stakeholders offered their expert guidance, including for-profit and non-for-profit developers, realtors, affordable housing experts, land use attorneys, local government officials, civic leaders, environmentalists, banks, and servicers, many of whom are with us in this room today. The new partnership with Private Bank is one example of how the land bank can achieve its goal by positively impacting communities through innovative programs that span the public and private sectors. It complements earlier efforts by the county to respond to the foreclosure crisis that has plagued key towns, villages, and communities across the region. Between 2011 and 2013, we invested $35 million in federal funds, leading to 84 single-family homes and an additional 166 rental units coming back into the market in some of our most difficult communities of the west and south suburbs. We believe that the collaborative effort between the Private Bank and the Land Bank Authority will continue this process of revitalization for these and other neighborhood areas across Cook County. I want to thank Larry Richmond again and the team at Private Bank for their commitment and ongoing support. Thank you very much, Larry. Commissioner Gaynor?
Thank you. Thank you to President Preckwinkle. I just have two things to say. As the chair of the Land Bank Board, nothing makes me happier than to see us moving forward, because we have two goals. We all know from living in the city and raising our children here and producing, having a productive environment, the most important thing in Chicago is our neighborhoods. And in order to have a healthy neighborhood, you have to have families that live there and housing that's occupied. And you have to have the type of economic development that makes those neighborhoods worth living in. But the other thing that you need is leadership. And I think I'd like to point out, both for President Preckwinkle and for the Private Bank and Larry Richmond, and Lisa Madigan, who was not able to join us today, but this is what leadership looks like. President Preckwinkle has been a leader in economic development and community development and neighborhood stabilization well before her time at the county board. In fact, her colleagues could tell you it imbued her time at City Council. And also to the Private Bank. You know, it's great. One of the greatest things about Chicago is our civic and our business infrastructure. And getting an institution with the reputation and bandwidth and the capabilities of private bank to take a risk and to go out and say, we're not just going to talk about the importance of our city, and we're not just going to talk about the importance of our communities, but we're going to put our money behind it. And we're going to put the intelligence of our team and everything that we have to bear. And so I want to thank them, and I want to thank all of the partners that made this possible. The housing counseling agencies, who will hopefully bring us great homeowners that are ready to buy a home. The aldermen around the city and the mayors around the suburbs that will come to us and say, look, this is a great house, and these are great neighborhoods, and this is a great block, let's invest. So I can't wait to get started. Thank you to everyone who's here. Thank you.
I would like to ask Commissioner Garcia, Alderman Beal, and then Alderman Sawyer, just to say a few words.
Hello, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Alderman
I'm personally excited to be here today because my ward in particular was hit the hardest in the city of Chicago by the foreclosure crisis just a few years ago. And this innovative ideas like this is what's going to help my community rebound. And this is a great example of a public-private partnership coming together, being creative, coming up with innovative ideas on how we're going to stabilize our communities. My community has one of the oldest populations in the country. And so the predatory lenders preyed on my community years ago. And when the economy tanked, that is what really hit my community the hardest because of my senior population. So this is going to help me get my seniors back on stable ground, get them back into their homes, and even younger people who are looking to create a new environment for themselves. This is another idea where we can have them come to be able to get a mortgage, get into a house that's affordable, not priced out of the community, but be affordable so they can raise a family and contribute to our communities on a day-to-day basis. So again, thank you to the bank, to my president, to my commissioners, and to my colleague, Alderman Sawyers. We're really excited about this initiative because this is one more tool in the toolbox that's going to help stabilize our communities. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderman Beal. Alderman Beal is the 9th Ward Alderman. Alderman Sawyer is the 6th Ward Alderman.
Thank you, Madam President. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I share my colleague Alderman Beal's sentiments. This is a great help to all of our communities throughout the city of Chicago and Cook County. I cannot express to you how happy I am to see this thing coming forward. I'd like to express the President of the Land Bank. This is something that's phenomenal. And what I like most about this is the partnership between the city and the county and the various agencies. I've been given a lot of information through President Preckwinkle's office, through Commissioner Gaynor. It's been wonderful to get this type of information from the county, showing that they do care about everything that goes out throughout the county. Us in the city are proud to work with you. We're happy to get this information, and we're really excited on getting this thing going forward. I have areas that have not been hit as hard in some areas, and I've had areas that have been hit very hard. So it's going to benefit both of those areas. Those where we call low-hanging fruit, where I can get areas like Chatham up and running once again, to get it where it once was, and my more challenging communities like Greater Grand Crossing and Inglewood, which we can stimulate, and I think this will do just the job that we're looking to have done. I'd like to thank everyone here that's been a part of it. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
So just in closing, there's a lot of optimism and there's a lot of enthusiasm here, and I wanted to also introduce Brian White, who's the Executive Director of the Land Bank, and on whose shoulders the execution of this wonderful project will rest. So no pressure. But he's done an amazing job and comes with an incredible background of both banking and community development. So as we turn this over to the execution phase, thank you so much for coming.
Just a moment. I'm sorry. Jamil Taylor, from the CEO of Alpine Capital Group. I was supposed to say a few words. Is that right? You're on my speakers.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Jamil Taylor. I'm CEO and founder of Alpine Capital Realty Group. And what we do is we invest, cultivate, and innovate. We go into low to moderate housing developments in neighborhoods and bring them back to life. We look for homes that have been dilapidated, vacant, and what we do is we put $1 million fixture in housing into these homes that are affordable. What that means is we're putting in granite countertops, glass backsplash, stainless steel appliances, crown molding, chair rail, all the things that you would see in a neighborhood that's, half in our neighborhood. We put it to moderate homes at affordable price points. So I really want to thank, obviously, Brian. I want to thank Craig. I want to thank the Commissioner for bringing me along. And I'm really excited to get started, and looking forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That concludes our press conference. Are there any questions? Yes.
So can you just break down a little bit, I guess, where the money goes? Does that $10 million go towards rehabbing? Does it go toward programming? How does it work?
You want to respond, Larry? Your money. Come on, Larry. We'll start with you, Miss.
The money goes to where it's needed, and the money is intended to support rehab, and it's intended to support housing and opportunities.
So then how will the new homeowners get linked up with some of the programs that you mentioned?
So the way it's going to work is,
Sure. Well, the program is designed to support the rehab, and then we will, along with other institutions, but we will take a lead role in providing mortgages with the assistance, alternatives, and options that we really want to provide to the new homeowner, to provide them with an opportunity to acquire the property and then be in the home. So our goal is to support the land bank, support the rehab, and then ultimately to support the homeowner buying a community.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nope, I think that's great.
How many units do you think this will support over time?
I have no idea. Pardon me? Yes, thank you, Alderman Beal. It's an ongoing commitment, and it's to be determined. But we're getting started with the very generous support of the private bank, and we're grateful for their initiative.
So they'll be working together for every property here going forward.
They've provided us with a $10 million resource to do the rehab that we need. Now, the critical problem is that in many of our distressed neighborhoods, if the property is appraised, it's appraised at a pretty modest price, and after you invest in the rehab, the cost is more than traditionally banks would mortgage. So you're in a real bind. You don't have the resources to fix up the house so that it can be sold on the marketplace without this kind of basically subsidy. So we're very grateful for the private banks stepping up in this way to help us.
I'm happy to take questions afterwards. I know some of the people back here have the time constraint. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.